Right, hello, and very good morning or evening or to whatever time that you're watching this video. My name is Paula Goo. You may call me Paula, of course. I am currently taking my Bachelor of Commerce, double majoring in Public Relations and Management. I'll not lie to you, I usually don't think of myself in such a professional setting. I like to label myself as more of a free thinker. And so, but here we are, nearing the end of my degree life at the age of 21. And honestly, with all of this happening and ending, and my future career coming soon, it made me start to think about this professional settings a lot more lately. So let's have a look at these future-related thoughts together, right? Right, shall we? Yes, the famous employability tool. Now you see, I've taken this quite a number of times due to my units requiring the results, and others might find it as a chore, but I honestly find it very interesting. I find these kinds of quizzes really helpful in sort of a way. So as you can see here, I took one at the beginning of the semester, and I also took one at the end of the semester to see if there was a difference. And let's look at the comparison together. Now there is a clear difference now, isn't there? So after these classes in enhancing your business mind, my mindset and knowledge had begun to grow exponentially. And it's due to many other perspectives of life around me and how I should view myself more globally and open up more towards other cultures. Because as you can see here, my ethical, cultural, and social literacy, occupational literacy, and even my personal and critical literacy has grown so well. Improvement in how I needed to find myself, identify myself much more globally, and even marketing what strengths and weaknesses that I have. It also helps me open up and widen my mindset towards other cultures, because there's a lot all over the world. And it also shows how I need to criticize myself more and how much I need to put much more belief in what I can and actually cannot do and what I can do to improve it. Now see, this is honestly really such an amazing tool to use, in my personal opinion, because it shows how you as a person have amended your skills and your personality greatly, and even helps provide you and me challenges to improve said skills and well-being. And now let's move on to the next one, shall we? Alright, next we have a reflection on my time in the unit, Enhancing Your Business Mind. Now, Enhancing Your Business Mind, at first, at the name of it was kind of an intriguing name and unit to me, in my opinion, when I first heard of it. Although the assignments, I had to admit, were a little hard at first, I managed to get through it with the best I can, because honestly, the unit as a whole, it has taught me a number of things of how working requires more than just being skillful in the area that you are required to be in. You have to maintain a kind perspective, open perspective of others. Like for example, one of the seminars actually taught me about having an unconscious bias. And it really showed me not to rely on rumors or stereotypes of others that society has given to us. It doesn't help us or anyone if you were to judge a coworker based off what society has solidified their personality or what they're supposed to be. It's very unethical, which also happens to be another topic that we have learned. Another lesson I picked up is how important it is to practice the ways you market yourself towards your employers or your target audience. There was a seminar that surrounded that, and it felt very interesting, especially when it came to the assignment of doing the elevator Gaddy pitch. I've done it once before for another unit, but for Enhancing Your Business Mind, I think I had to do it again. It was hard yet filled with a thrilling feeling when I had to simply come up with what my partner had to give me on the spot. But at the end of the day, it might be tough, but at least I gained another friend. I actually made a lot of friends during the unit thanks to the many team building activities like the Lego building or even the unconscious bias part. So overall, I think it's not that bad of a unit. And well, speaking of units, reflecting about my time at university. Well, I'll be honest here. It was difficult having to choose a degree once I finished my foundation program. It made me worry since I was not particularly the best at anything or worst at anything. But thankfully, a graduate actually came to a lecture and gave a small talk about public relations, and that's how I actually got into it. And I can admit that during my time in university, I wish I had done a lot more activities, more outside my studies all the time, to create more memories maybe, and even create more friends. But then again, I'm also not exactly the best at balancing my time here and there. It's a little hard for me in my perspective. But I am grateful for the few friends I've made throughout this entire semester, this entire few years of my life. They've helped me plenty of times in making university bearable and very enjoyable for me. But despite that, I don't know if I am willing to pursue a higher education. There is an ambitious feeling. It makes you want to get out there and get to the real world and obtain a job. Alright, and considering and talking about how it is the end of my degree life, I think we should talk about my career plan next. Let's see, for my career plan, well, after graduation, I honestly would like to take a time off for myself for a bit to personally work on myself even more to help me prepare for my future career, because I honestly don't like rushing ahead without a proper plan. And well, it can be very overwhelming having to just graduate out of your university life and jump into the real world where you're expected to get a job. And so first of all, I would like to research open workshops, either online or in areas that it's easily accessible for me to travel to. So it helps, I'm able to hone my skills like writing resumes or having good interview skills, or even help create new abilities that I do not even know that I could even do, because there are professionals that are willing to help, and I'm so thankful to them, honestly. And second of all, I would look for open career fairs that are nearby, so I can show off the results of what I've been doing throughout those workshops. And for online, I could do that with LinkedIn, which is a very helpful employment website. It gives the company the opportunity to look at my profile and my job experiences, what I've done before, what skills I'm able to offer them for the position. I honestly think it is really great, and I'm really trying to improve myself as a whole and put it on LinkedIn. And speaking of career plans for the future, a message to my future self. Well, when you maybe watch this me in 5 years, I hope that you've implemented what we learned in Curtin University, from how we analyze the markets and other companies, thanks to our marketing units, or the times we have practiced being a public relations officer thanks to our public relations unit, where we had to make media releases or even prepare social media posts. And also a bit of advice, please manage your schedules and your time well. We are aware of how we can be awful with that. So you also need to make sure that you need to ask proper questions when you're confused about a task, because it shows that you're a supervisor, that you're hardworking, and that you're ready to tackle any other challenges, and you're ready to just move forward, and you're willing to do anything to climb on that ladder in the corporation, because we must do our best in achieving a good result. So in overall conclusion, honestly, this unit has just taught me so much and made me learn more about myself. For example, with the employability tools existence, and made me evaluate my time and how I've used it well as an institution. This will surely be of help for my future career and how I will work well with it, honestly. And that's all for me, guys. Thank you for watching.